You use Microsoft.NET Framework to create a Windows Presentation Foundation (WPF) application. You create a custom control named Wheel. You need to ensure that the speed property of Wheel can be animated. What should you do? Option A. Inherit the dependency object class. Option B. Declare the speed property as a dependency property. Option C. Declare an animation of the speed property from within the code behind file. Option D. Implement the system.windows.media.animation.animatable interface with the Wheel class. The correct answer is option B. You use Microsoft.NET Framework to create a Windows Forms application. You need to allow the user interface to use the currently configured culture settings in the control panel. Which code segment should you use? Option A. Thread.current.thread.current2culture equals thread. Current thread.current culture. Option B. Thread.current.thread.current culture equals thread.current.thread.current2culture. Option C. Thread.current.thread.current2culture equals culture.info.install.culture. Option D. Thread.current.thread.current culture equals culture.info.install.culture. The correct answer is option A. You use Microsoft.NET Framework to create a Windows Presentation Foundation (WPF) application. The application uses the drag-and-drop functionality. You need to ensure that the drag-and-drop operation is stopped when a user moves the cursor outside the boundaries of the application form. Which enumeration member should you use? Option A. DragAction.cancel. Option B. DragAction.drop. Option C. DragDropEffects.none. Option D. DragDropEffects.all. The correct answer is option A. You use Microsoft.NET Framework to create a Windows Presentation Foundation (WPF) application. The application uses the background worker process (BWP). When the user clicks a button, the background worker executes a method named doCalculations asynchronously. You need to implement a progress bar on the user interface (UI) that informs the user of the progress of doCalculations. Which two actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Choose two. Option A. Modify the value property of the progress bar in doCalculations. Option B. Modify the value property of the progress bar in the progress changed event handler of the background worker. Option C. Modify the value property of the progress bar in the run worker completed event handler of the background worker. Option D. Call the report progress method of the background worker and doCalculations. Option E. Call the report progress method of the background worker and the doWork event handler of the background worker. The correct answer is option B, D.